this is Allman16 here. Today I'm going to be releasing and telling you my second round of my mock draft of the 2017 NFL Draft. So we're going to get straight right in here with the first 33rd pick of the 2017 NFL Draft. I have Cleveland Browns taking Malik McDowell. Why do you think the Cleveland Browns, if they paired together Myles Garrett and Malik McDowell, both defensive players, their defensive line can be scary, and start working on those passers they have in their league. Joe Flacco, Ben Roethlisberger are two examples, and plus, they need help everywhere. So why not picking up this other defensive player from Michigan State? With the 34th pick, I have the San Francisco 49ers getting Zach Cunningham. This guy is a beast, and if NaVorro Bowman still stays and pairs up with this guy, this could be an ultimate linebacker core. These two can both rush the passer, rush the lane, and he's really good at doing his job. The 35th pick, I have Jacksonville getting Charles Harris. The defense is really good, I must admit it, but with Charles Harris with the pass rusher, they can work on their league, and their defense can improve even more. He's one of the best players in Missouri. He's good, and he's excellent at sacking. And with the 36th pick, I have Chicago getting Tradeep Azui. They now need some pass protection, and they could use a quarterback here too, but with a cornerback, they could easily have more protection because they're dealing with some dangerous wide receivers in their division. And Tradeep Azui is that shutdown corner from Colorado, and they did a really good year. I think he's the one who can help them figure out their problem, get them back in shape. The 37th pick, I have the Los Angeles Rams getting Tyus Bowser. With their defense and offense not doing really good, and Jared Goff not producing of how they wanted it to, and with them losing a first-round pick, they need to get themselves back in shape. And Tyus Bowser can really help them on with defense. He's a really good linebacker core. He can rush the edge. He has everything he needs. And I'm sorry if I'm not doing information. I'm just telling you what I think is going to be picked. The 38th pick, I have Los Angeles Chargers getting Raken McMillan. Another inside linebacker to make it even more scary, their defense. And plus, Joey Bosa worked last time, and he's from Iowa State. Why not add another one who's as good as his job? The 39th pick, I have the New York Jets getting Cooper Kupp. With them losing Brandon Marshall and not having the best quarterback situation either, they need someone who could run routes and do the job catching for them. And with Cooper Kupp, he is excellent at route runner, I know that for say, and he has good ball skills. With him, they could possibly get themselves back into shape and have a better receiving core. The 40th pick, I have the Carolina Panthers getting Forrest Lamp. With him having an offensive guard, the offensive line can do better. And with Dalvin Cook, they could really shred through the defenses. They need a better offensive line. And with them, they can really help them and create even a better team. And try to get that Super Bowl team that was there before last year. The 41st pick, I have the Cincinnati Bengals getting Curtis Samuel. If this guy can do it all and pair it up with A.J. Green, the receiving core can be nasty. They would always have to watch him and not ignore him. Plus, they have two options instead of one. Even though A.J. Green can make it happen, having two deadly weapons means the team doesn't know who he's going to pass to and creates more options for Andy Dalton. The 42nd pick, I had the New Orleans Saints getting DeShone Kizer. Drew Brees is old. There's no question about that. And DeShone Kizer can get, after a couple years under Drew Brees, can become the gunslinger he was. And plus, he's 16, 17 years of experience. Soon he's going to retire, and when he does, they need to have a good quarterback to replace him. The 43rd pick, I have the Philadelphia Eagles getting Tim Williams. With another linebacker, they can make their defense even more. He's from Alabama, too. That's a really good defensive class. And with him, they can make their defense even more scary. Carl Wentz could use a receiver to make the better backfield, but he has a good tight end for the meantime. And until then, later in the class, if they do get a wide receiver, I think we can work on improving their defense now. The 44th pick, I have the Buffalo taking Andre Jackson. With he being a shutdown corner, and with Buffalo re-signed Tyrod Taylor, I think the quarterback situation is solved for right now. And with a shutdown corner from USC, I think this can help on their defensive side of the ball. With the 45th pick, I have the Arizona Cardinals doing Patrick Mahomes. Carson Palmer leading his Arizona Cardinals to not a very good year, and him getting really old and entering his 16th season, I think. They need another quarterback. I'm not saying to get rid of Carlos Palmer now, but to have someone young, experienced, good at passing, ready just in case when he retires or gets injured. And Larry Fitzgerald might not stay in the league either long, so that's why we got John Ross earlier. And plus, two young people can sometimes do well, like Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott, even though Zeke is not a wide receiver. With the 46th pick, I have the Indianapolis Colts getting Caleb Brantley. With them might need a new quarterback with Andrew Luck not being very good in the past 2 seasons. And maybe the offensive line needs work too, so Andrew Luck might not get injured too much. Caleb Brantley is a beast. He can work also on the defensive side of the ball, giving Indianapolis more chances. And plus, they need more tip overs. With their 8-8 season and them also having a good receiver, why not pick up this guy from Florida? Right here. The 47th pick, I have the Baltimore Ravens getting another safety, Marcus May. A new duo we might want to do for Baltimore. If they do get Marcus May, and I'm saying they might have enough things for now, Eric Weddle is old too. Both those safeties, are old. The thing is that they can also use him for multiple purposes. Marcus May might be a true free safety. He can run all over the field. And plus, back-to-back Florida people. Like the NCAA back-to-back seasons for them in basketball, even though this is football. The 48th pick, I have the Minnesota Vikings, first pick, getting Carl Lawson. They need more edge rushers. Their defense didn't do well, of allowing Detroit to come back one time and tried to come back with not a very good defense. Carl Lawson is a pass rusher, and from Auburn, high recruit out of high school. He can help them get their defense back to shape and have the Purple Eaters rise once again. The 49th pick, I have the Washington Redskins getting Alvin Kamara. With Kirk Cousins not doing the best season he had last year, with Alvin Kamara with a good running back, he could give him more weapons, and him relying less on the ball, so maybe less interceptions will happen. With Alvin Kamara, he's a really good running back, and not even the best in his class. Now is the time to get him, when things are good. But if they want to hold off later, that is fine. This is an insane year for running backs and cornerbacks. With the 50th pick, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting Dan Feeney. More offensive line. Let's do it. Let's protect Jameis Winston even more so he gets even more time to connect to Mike Evans. Dan Feeney is a shutdown guard from Indiana. He can also help their run play. Even though their run play is not really good, no one knows where their running back is going to go. But whenever they do get a running back, they might need help, and Dan Feeney could help them with that problem. The 51st pick, I have the Denver Broncos getting Derek Rivers. Their defense is nasty, but old. With a new young person from Youngstown State, and a couple years under these veterans, when they do go, they have a solid person who can help them with it. Over a pass rusher from the AA system, I think he can learn good in the pros. With the 52nd pick, I have the Detroit Lions getting Kozia Tankersley. My team is the Detroit Lions, and we need a cornerback. Darius Slay good, but Nate made no Pro Bowls. We're really, really bad at doing the long shot, so we might need a safety too. But we need an old-fashioned corner route, so they can't get the first downs and slant routes that easily. And with a Clemson player and a national winner, we need a shutdown corner in him. With the 53rd pick, I have... Wait, no, that was Detroit. That was Cleveland. I don't know how I messed it up. We do need an offensive linebacker, too. And Ryan Anderson. I'm sorry I keep on messing things up. But Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions. Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions. This is Ryan Anderson. We also do need a pass rusher in Detroit Lions, and Ryan Anderson can do it. He's a beast. The 54th pick, I'm pretty sure, and hopefully this is Miami, they're going to get Desmond King. 1 year, most interceptions in Iowa's 12-0 finish. He's moving to the free safety position. I think that would help him. He can be anywhere. He can create picks for Miami and save that and create and close up that open field defense. Desmond King could be that back safety net that keeps Antonio Brown from scorching them again. With the 55th pick, I'm going to have the New York Giants get Larry Ogunjobi. I'm sorry if I completely butchered that. With New York Giants having a good offense, why not improve their defense? He is from a small school, but he can get things done. And I think they could use a defensive tackle to help them out. With the 56th pick, I have the Oakland Raiders getting Fabian Moreau. Yes, I think Oakland Raiders are more known for their offense. If a shutdown corner, they can improve on their defense. If it wasn't for all those injuries, I think they could have gotten to the conference championship game. And maybe even gone past New England. But for now, let's just focus on improving their secondary. With the 57th pick, I have the Houston Texans getting Taylor Moton. Might not work on that offensive line. Maybe they wouldn't have traded away their star quarterback if they had a better offensive line. If they do, this person can really help them. He weighs a lot, good wingspan, can create a side of steel. No, Tom Brady is really good because he has a really good offensive line. This can create more time for their future quarterback. With the 58th pick, I have Seattle grabbing Joe Mixon. Yes, he is troublesome sometimes, and he had some problems, and Seattle just have something. A new running back in Eddie Lacy. Joe Mixon can have time to get past those problems. And plus, he has to be drafted somewhere. He is very, very talented. And remember how Tyreek Hill turned out. With the 59th pick, I'm going to have the Kansas City Chiefs get Chris Wormley. Like Denver, their defense is nasty, but old. And with Chris Wormley, a really good defensive tackle, they can bring back their old pizzazz. And plus, remember, most of their really good pass rushers are linebackers. They can improve this offensive line and stop the run. The 60th pick, I have the Dallas Cowboys getting Tez Tabor. Yes, their defense did allow that one shot from Aaron Rodgers to get the winning field goal. Maybe with Tez Tabor, that wouldn't happen. With him being a really good shutdown corner, and also earlier this year, him having my 11th pick, if they can nab him, I think they would do really, really well. For the 61st pick, I had the Green Bay Packers getting Dion Dawkins. With the loss of T.J. Lang, they need a guard. With Dion Dawkins, he's good at that. He can create more time for Aaron Rodgers to throw the pass and and be his normal self, and maybe even get himself to number 1 again in the top 100 players this year. With the 62nd pick, 2017 NFL Draft, I had Pittsburgh Steelers getting Adam Sheen. Ben Roethlisberger and getting old, they could use a quarterback, but with Antonio Brown in the wide receiver position, I think the receiver position is fine, but Ben Roethlisberger can last a couple more years. Adam Sheen is a really good tight end, and he can run routes. And with Roethlisberger having a wide receiver and a tight end, I think the offense can produce even more. With the 63rd pick in the NFL Draft, I have Atlanta Falcons getting Broderick Johnson. This offensive line can get even better. Imagine they had the best offensive line in the league. They could give Matt Ryan even more time to pass the ball. And plus, they have Julio Jones. With more time could lead to even better offense. With the 64th pick and the final pick of the second round, I have the Carolina Panthers getting Tyrell Basham, defensive end. Carolina, you need to get yourself back into shape and get that defense. Part of that defense that got you there. And with Tyrell Basham being a pass rusher, they could help themselves their loaded class of quarterbacks in the division. Jameis Winston, Matt Ryan. Both of those quarterbacks are excellent. And don't forget Drew Brees. They need some help on the pass rushing to get them less time and improve their defense. And that concludes the second round of the 2017 NFL Draft. I'll see you at the third.